years ago, no one wanted to live up here. Now we have shacks going for $2.5 million.
What do you think?
It's ridiculous.
Probably a lot of money has to go into it.
I'd have to see the inside. There might be some potential in there.
You got a great view right here, that's for sure.
There's no available land to develop, which is why it's been driven up.
Is this city still worth what it costs?
It is to me. It is to anyone who wants to live here.
Look at this, a 4-story paradise with panoramic views. That's what could go on this property. But what's here right now is kind of quaint. It's a charming old cottage with an asking price of $2.5 million.
This is a cottage that was built sometime around 1900.
Ann Laury is the agent selling the property.
We cannot actually enter the premise because it's unsafe.
Let's just say the front porch has seen better days. Around the side, check out the amenities.
Washer dryer, it's included in the price.
They come with the property.
It comes with the property, so it's not the latest model.
And the landscaping. Somebody had some flowers here once upon a time.
Yes. This is the inside of the house.
Turns out the front door was just a formality. I mean, really, having all 4 walls is so overrated.
Be careful not to go too close.
Complete with classic old appliances and even a vintage ice cube tray wedged under the fridge, there's a wood floor somewhere under all that dust, and even a tennis ball that perfectly matches the carpet.
It looks like maybe there was a patio here, and it was an L-shaped home. But it's even hard to see that because the tree took over the house.
Up till now, we hadn't formally introduced ourselves.
I'm a realtor for Coldwell Banker Luxury.
How is this thing behind you luxury?
Well, it's permitted to be demolished.
Suddenly, it all makes sense.
It's an incredible project for a family that wants to build their dream home.
With sweeping views of the Bay Bridge on one side, the Golden Gate on the other, Mount Sutro, and the San Francisco skyline, the plans on display in the front yard are already approved to build 1 story higher than the houses next door.
So there'll be a patio up there that will see 360 degrees.
Yes, exactly. And from every level, I mean, we're just at the backyard level, and you already have this amazing view.
For the owners who bought the shack for $1.5 million 2 years ago, it was a gamble.
The city of San Francisco protects its architecture. You don't know if you're going to be able to actually demolish that structure.
You see, there's something about this cottage, a square house with a peaked roof built in the early 1900s.
The neighborhood thought it was an earthquake shack, which is a historical building.
After the 1906 earthquake, union carpenters built scores of one-room shacks that families carted out into the neighborhoods to replace the homes they lost.
There was a lot of historical research that had to be done.
Yes, there was a lot of historical research.
But old papers revealed and experts confirmed it's not an earthquake shack. It's just a shack. And that makes it worth a whole lot more.
I think it's overpriced, though.
Potrero Hill has no shortage of experts, including architects and realtors who live in the neighborhood.
$2.5 million to buy something you have to tear down and then spend like another $2.5 million to build. I think it's a stretch.
But on a street where the ultra-modern meets the downright decrepit, some say a teardown is worth far more than a home built 60 years ago.
They're all, 1 story above a garage, and it just doesn't lend itself to the way people want to live now.
As the tall grass sways in the wind, new flowers have sprung up in the backyard.
Mother Nature has taken over this property.
Yes, it did.
And one lucky buyer can take it back?
Yes, absolutely.
To build a palace, a refuge, a castle above the city.
And it will have spectacular views until the neighbor decides to build their 4-story house next to it.